Welcome to Smoke Time. I'm Chandler, I'm a magic practitioner and a trans man, and happy Pride everyone. Today I'm crafting up the Pride Community Stability spell and sharing it here in case you would also like to craft it. Let's go. Alright, here is everything that I am going to be crafting into this working today. Let's get right into it. Today we will be using a deep blue candle because it's good for balance, healing, harmony, protection, trust, calm, and peace. Some salt for grounding, protection, power, manifestation, and amplification. Some thyme for strength, courage, stability, and focus. Black tea for stability, strength, wealth, and focus. Chamomile for protection, prosperity, and peace. Oregano for luck, healing, and tranquility. Today, I'll be using some of this coffee to call in energy, grounding, focus, and protection. Lavender for protection, peace, healing, and warding. Some onion layer for protection, warding, and prosperity. Honey for luck, abundance, power, calm, healing, and prosperity. Some thyme and rosemary oil for strength, focus, protection, and amplification. Pine cones for protection, cleansing, and calm. Ash for grounding, focus, healing, and protection. Calling in a mini gas can for energy, amplifying, and security. Alright, a tiny little fox helper for wisdom, adaptability, and intuition. Alright, I recommend using these gems. You don't have to use them all, but if you have a chance to use any of them, I recommend these ones. Alright, some quartz for balance and for amplification. Obsidian for protection, grounding, and healing. Today I'll be using black tourmaline for stability, balance, and strength. Green averantine for balance, prosperity, peace, and favor. Smoky quartz for grounding, action, releasing negativity, transmuting, and protecting. Here are the tarot cards I recommend for this working. You don't have to use them all, but if you can or are willing to, I definitely recommend it. For calling in stability, protection, and power. Sun for happiness, contentment, fortune, and relations. Three of Cups, abundance, joy, relief, and healing. Nine of Cups, joy, well-being, victory, and success. The Nine of Pentacles for prosperity, salvation, and certainty. Nine of Wands for strength in adversity, charging forward, and standing steadfast. On a torn piece of paper, I recommend coming up with your own words, but in case you would like to use the ones that I came up with, I'll read them to you now. Grounded in peace and protection, banishing negativity and warding against harm, favor in health and wealth, strength in safety and adaptability, trust in stability and alignment, amplified security, and balance throughout. And me personally, I like to take all four corners of my petition and pinch it inward to kind of lock it in. My thoughts are pinch it into a star and it'll go far. This is the sigil I'm going to be using for this working. If you have a different symbol or sigil that you feel more called to use, definitely use that instead. But if you would like to use this, feel free. Alright, up next, with the oil and a paintbrush you don't mind getting oiled, we're going to take that same sigil that I just showed you and we're going to try our best to paint it on to our casting surface. It is going to be a little hard to see because it's not like a colored oil. It's clear, but do your best. Alright, I went ahead and mixed all that up already. The only thing I didn't add into it was the honey and the oil. It's very hard to see, but I went ahead and drew that sigil in the oil now, so I'm going to take my petition out of my spell mix because I like to just marinate it, and I'm going to set that off to the side. And with the rest of it, I'm just going to dump it right in the middle. Alright, and now for a really fun part of the whole spell process. I'm going to go ahead and move this in a clockwise pattern to get my spell mix all over the sigil we just drew. Alright, and then everything that's left over I'm just going to put back in the cauldron. Alright, there's that lovely stability sigil. You're so cute. Alright, next step, I'm going to dress the candle. I'm going to start by anointing it with the honey. I'm going to do 2 stripes just because 2 is one of my favorite numbers and I like to incorporate that, but please use as much as you would like. And then with the leftover spell mix, I'm going to pour it out on a like coffee filter and just kind of get this messy honey soaked candle, roll it towards me, and dress it. There is the dressed candle placed firmly into the middle of the sigil there. And now that that is all set and settled, I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of these spell elements and add them on. But while I do that, I want to kind of just share why I made this spell and what it's about. Alright, I really wanted to craft this spell, 1, to celebrate Pride, but 2, to give back to the Pride community and offer up some of this energy, because I think it's really important. I am super into stability workings. They have been kind of my go-to working since the very start of my practice. I used to offer them on my spell shop, but now I just do my customs. But I really am so deeply passionate about making sure that everybody has a stable time in this existence, in this life right now. It's very important to me that we are protected and grounded and able to live and experience and love freely as we should. And I think that's really what Pride is all about, is just being present, being here, and being stable in who we are. I just really wanted to give this working and may it find anybody that needs this sort of energy, because I think we all could benefit from a little stability. Are you okay? I know I, for one, love to spin myself up and panic, especially when it comes to my stability. I feel like it's kind of always being threatened. It might just be an anxiety thing, but I just... sorry, I'm trying to think of what to say while I do this, because I don't script my videos, but I'll place them better when I actually cast it. So ignore that, it'll go against the wall, but I'm feeling that arrangement. But yeah, it's just, I wanted to say that this last Pride community working that I'm doing for June this year means a lot to me. I've had a lot of fun with these workings, and with this one specifically, it's super serious and super important and meaningful to me to offer this to the Pride community and to you. I want you to be okay, and I want you to have stable days. So if you are a practitioner, or if you're just starting out and you would like to craft this up for yourself, you do not have to use everything that I have shared in this video here. And if any of it doesn't feel right for you, please feel free to change it up. I want you to just take inspiration from this to craft this up or just enjoy, but ultimately to have stability and very grounded, protected, strong, focused energy. That's the goal with this working, and with kind of all of what I've done for this Pride, I just really, with all of these spells, wanted to give back to the community and have it be my way of celebrating, because I've never done that before. Normally, this would be the part where I very painfully try to get that to balance on top of the candle so it's all finalized and connected. But I don't like to place it on before I cast it, and I'm not intending on casting this today. I just wanted to craft it up to share it with you guys and have it out so that way you can craft it in case you'd like to cast it when I will be casting it, which is going to be this Saturday. What is it? Yeah, June 27th. Is when I'll be casting this. So if you would like to craft and cast then and join me, that would be spectacular. Please message me and let me know. I would love to know if we're casting at the same time. But if you would like to just claim the energy from this spell when I will be doing that, please check back and feel free to do so. I've got it fully worked out with the intent that this is to be shared for anybody that would like to claim such energy, because like I said, it's very important that we all have stability in our lives. Alright. I suppose I should say that I post every Tuesday and Saturday. If you like the vibes, if you like magic, if you like crafting and castings, that's what I'm all about. And I'm really excited to cast this one this Saturday. I've never cast a deep blue candle before, so we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited. But with that, I think I'll go ahead and call this video, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.